Byron, it has been mentioned that a new amphitheater is a priority project for the Andover community. What are your thoughts about the need and feasibility?
Well, as I understand it, the project is going to be funded by taxes from hotel and resort revenues, and so that does not create an extra burden on the residents as far as immediate. If the town is, as we look at the Andover Central Park area and it's in the design and the plan for it, it's going to be, and it already is, a great place to go to play. It's where some of the Greater Andover Days, obviously, activities now are here. It's a great area, great environment, and an amphitheater would add to that. However, I would not be for that project if it was going to be paid for by any other means. Well, private means would be okay, but how it's currently planned, it will not be an additional tax to the community, which then I would support.
Troy?
Well, I too was kind of concerned when I first heard about the amphitheater project because who was going to pay for it? We just had a 1% tax increase, and it just to me, it came out of nowhere, although it's been in the plans for a long, long time. I do love that it is funded by the hotel and resort taxes because that means we don't have to pay for it that way. But every time we add an additional anything to the city, somebody has to maintain it. Somebody has to make sure the water works. Somebody's going to have to add places to go to the restroom, etc. And so if that money comes out of the hotel and resort taxes, that's okay. But if not, that's another tax that we're going to add. And if you just keep adding and adding and adding, even though it might seem small, it grows pretty big in the long run. But that being said, if it all was funded through the hotel and resort taxes, sure, I'm behind it. I think it would be beautiful and a wonderful addition to our park. It would be excellent for Greater Andover Days. I can certainly see the schools using it all the time. So if it's paid for that way, I'm for it. If not, I'm not going to say I'm against it, but I would definitely need to talk about it a little bit more.
Caroline?
I would definitely say that this would tie in a little bit with economic well-being of our community. This would be something that our own community could certainly enjoy and have use of, but it would also attract visitors to our town who would stay in our hotels, who would generate more of that tax, which would be able to use for our parks, et cetera. So we would have visitors coming into town, and we would have people shopping and going to our businesses. I cannot see a downside to the amphitheater. We have the most incredible staff, and I cannot say this enough, but we have managed to do things, and yes, it's growth, and yes, the growth has to keep going, but as long as people are wanting to come here, when you get that tax base to spread over, we've been able to accomplish these things and continue to pay for them. Yes, somebody will have to go and sweep off a stage, and you know, it'll have to be maintained. It's like this new city hall. Yes, the costs of maintaining this city hall are greater than they were in that little tiny building they all crawled out of. But there was no needed increase to the mill levy to provide for that. It was accomplished through growth of the community.